cracked the code to hit $10,000 per month as a video editor, and created these 3 repeatable, tested steps that have gotten results with so many editors, including myself. And I'll cover each one of these steps in detail in this video. The 3 steps being conversion, omnipresence, and charging. Starting with the first out of the 3 steps, conversion. To put it simply, the point of this step is to make you convert more clients per DM or per post that you post on Twitter. And to do that, we're gonna fix 3 things. We're gonna fix your communication, your brand, and your editing. And after we fix these 3, you will go from sending hundreds of DMs and getting 0 responses to doing outreach for only a few hours and closing $1,000 per video client. So let's start with talking about the brand. To keep it simple, in the context of video editing, what I call the brand is basically everything that the YouTuber sees when he gets your DM before even talking to you. So it's not what you say about yourself, it's about what they say about you. Because it doesn't matter if you're the best filmmaker in the world, if you look like a kid from a third world country and you look like you don't even know editing, they're not even gonna respond to your DM and give you a chance. And if you're still making less than $1,000 per month, then this is for sure a problem that you have. Because I can tell you from YouTubers that I've worked with and we try to hire editors, or me trying to hire a thumbnail designer, whenever someone is trying to hire any employee, especially in the modern online YouTube age, every time we made a post about editing or thumbnail design or anything, we got hundreds of DMs. And I'm not saying that to discourage you, because you will also notice that 90% of these DMs don't even have a profile. They have like 5 followers, they don't have a portfolio, and they just respond to the job posting. So these 90% don't even have a branding. The other 9% have bad branding, so we don't even respond to them, because quite simply, they look like kids. And I can tell you, I coach a lot of editors. There are so many editors who are fully grown men from first world countries, but from their profile, you would assume that there's some troll from a third world country. Which again, like I keep mentioning third world countries, no hate, I'm from a third world country, but that's not a look that you want to convey. So after getting hundreds of DMs, we cannot give a chance for each one of them. So we basically eliminate the 90% that don't have a brand, and then we eliminate the 9% that have a bad brand. We end up talking to 5, 10 editors or thumbnail designers. So in other words, you will be able to 10x or 100x your conversion rate if you go from having no brand or having a bad brand to having a good brand that makes you look like a professional video editor who has done this before, not a kid. So let's walk through how you do that. Let's start with what the YouTuber sees when he gets a DM. He sees your PFP and your name. For your name, add video editor right after it, so it's clear that you're professional and you're doing this full time. And for your PFP, take more than 5 seconds making it, because if you have an enemy PFP right now or some damn image you found on the internet, then you look like a troll, you don't look serious. You don't have to hire a designer for your PFP or anything. Like matter of fact, you could honestly just ChatGPT. What are you trying to achieve basically with your PFP is that you want it to look like an icon or a logo. So if you look at the logos of any big company ever, they look professional, clean, and simple to understand. As long as you follow these 3 things, you could honestly just add the first letter of your name as a PFP, add some color to it, make it like a nice font, and you can have this as your PFP, and it will help you convert more clients than if you had just a random enemy profile. Because again, when you have hundreds of DMs, you see all of the editors stacked on top of each other. 90% of them have enemy PFPs and 90% of them are kids. And you just eliminate them that easily. Now, if you have a clear, simple name with video editor right after it and the PFP that is kind of a logo that doesn't look childish, then the next thing to do is get a blue check mark. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time explaining this. If you're watching this video, you should be making some money already with video editing. I'm not gonna try to convince you to spend $8 per month on a blue check mark. Most people watching this would already have them. If you don't have them, again, you look unprofessional, and that alone will stop creators from even clicking on your profile. So get that blue check mark sorted quickly. Now let's talk about your Twitter profile, and then we're gonna go into your portfolio. I have coached so many editors and have seen so many posts of all sorts. I've seen giveaways, giving advice, before and afters, client testimonials, like retention graphs, timelines. You could post like literally anything on Twitter, and people post random shit. This is a hard rule that like doesn't have exceptions. Don't try to say like, oh, but testimonials that gives me social proof. Now they know that I deliver good videos. Don't try any of that shit. You post only edits, nothing more than that. You either post animations that you've done for clients or you post re-edits. Because what made me have insane conversion when I was making $10,000 per month and got like 3 inbounds per day, 3 YouTubers wanting to work with me, and whenever I spent a couple of hours outreaching, I used to get clients same day, is that I had a wall of animations, just an infinite scroll. Animations on top of animations with no interruptions, on top of animations, on top of animations, and you can just scroll through them and see all of my animations. Every time you scroll, you see a different type of animation animation with different styles that are all amazing. That's the goal. That's what you're trying to do with your profile. And that shows two things. First of all, it shows your animations, which is, we're gonna go through it in a bit, your editing. So you showcase that, and you also showcase that you have been editing for a while. And that's basically your full-time job. You're professional at this. Every animations that you post, you want to keep it only one line of text. Because again, you want them to stack on top of each other. And if you have like two lines of text with every post, it's not gonna look as cool. You're gonna have to scroll a bit more to see your edits. And this is just something about conversion and website design. And this is just proven in all businesses throughout all time, that when you have like a wall of proofs that you can just see an animation, scroll, see an animation, even if you don't watch all of the animation, showing that volume of animations right on top of each other increases your conversion through the roof. And you can look at many businesses and you will see that they do something similar. Even me on the website where you can book a call with me, if you scroll down, I'm gonna have a wall of proof of editors making money. That's just something that works with businesses overall. Where editors realistically read all of these? No, but they will read a few of them. They will see this guy made $3,000, this guy made $5,000, this guy made $8,000, and then they scroll a bit, read some more, but they know the volume of proof that I have, that I can actually help video editors make money. In the same way, when you have a wall of proof, they will not watch every post, but they will just scroll really quick through it, and they will see that you have been doing this for a while. Probably won't fuck up their animations, just because of how many great animations you've made. So that's for your Twitter profile. Now into your portfolio, we're gonna keep this simple. You want to showcase 4 types of social proof in your portfolio, and most likely you're gonna have already like a lot of examples of these. You just need to showcase them. You need to take screenshots, you need to link the videos that you've done. But basically the 4 types of social proof you want to show are subscribers. So in the segment where you say the YouTubers that you've worked with, show their PFPs, names, and then their subscribers. The more subscribers, the better. Again, this is proof that you can actually like work on videos and help YouTubers get views. So if you go on my portfolio, I have like 8 YouTubers that range from 1 to 7 million subscribers. So that's social proof. The second way is views. So when you scroll down a bit on my portfolio, you will see that with every video that I've edited, it has gotten millions and millions of views. 7 million, 6 million, 5 million, 2 million at the minimum. And I'm an extreme example, like I have worked towards this for a long time. But if you get views for YouTubers, you need to show it on your portfolio. Because again, it's a social proof. YouTubers are gonna see it and they're gonna say, okay, his editing is good enough for a video to get 7 million views. It will probably help me get my first 1 million views. Third thing is your editing. So in the videos that you showcase, you want the intro to be amazingly edited. The more complex the editing, the better. So if a client comes to you and he requires like super simple animations, some in YouTube automation like, yo, can you cut this footage and then add some B-roll? You shouldn't work with that guy because he will never allow you to do complex animations that will help you showcase them on your portfolio. If you click at any of the videos, they're gonna have crazy animations. And number 4 is popularity. How popular or famous this YouTuber is. So if you work with Ashton Hall, I don't know how many subscribers Ashton Hall has, but he has become a meme. So if you work with him, that will be nice social proof. Like, wait, that guy worked with Ashton Hall? He seems legit. And in the same way, in my portfolio, when you see the YouTubers I've worked with, they're all in a very specific niche. The reason that happened is that I worked with one YouTuber in that niche, I put him on my portfolio, and then his friend clicked on my portfolio, and he said like, oh wait, that's my friend. He has worked with my friend, and he has like screenshots of my friend saying that he did a great job. That increased the chance of him hiring me by a lot. So I worked with him, and then I put him in my portfolio, and now whenever a Minecraft YouTuber comes, he says like, oh wait, he worked with this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. I know all of them. They're all my friends. And that is number 4, popularity. It's a 3-way connection. They believe you more because you have worked with famous people. These are the 4 things you want to show in your portfolio. You want to show the subscribers that you've worked with, you want to show the views that you've gotten, you want to show the editing that you've done, and you want to show popular YouTubers that you've worked with. And then ideally, if clients worked with you and they liked it, you show also testimonials of them. These are literally all of it. So it's like all you can add to a portfolio to make it convert more. Subscribers, views, editing, and popularity. And then lastly, to close this, branding segment. For your portfolio, you wanted to match the colors of your Twitter. You wanted to have distinct, nice colors because it looks professional. Again, branding is convincing a YouTuber to respond to you. It's closing him before even talking to him. So you want to showcase yourself in the best light possible. And the best way to do this is to have the same color scheme from your portfolio to your Twitter. So the way I did this with Helios, for example, he had like an old portfolio that looked really crappy, and his Twitter again didn't look as professional, didn't have any colors. So what we did is that we redid his Twitter branding, and then I made his portfolio for him, and we made it all match the same exact shade of green and black. That way you can look at it on the screen. It looks professional. It looks like he has been doing this for a while. It doesn't look like he's a kid. And doing that coupled with the 500 DMs we've been sending a day, so we had like good conversion and a lot of volume with DMs. The editors I work with one-to-one, I send like 500 DMs a day from their Twitter. The conversion and the DMs have made him land to $3,000 per month clients. So he started working with me. In 2 weeks, he is now on track to make $5,000 $100,000 per month because we have perfected his branding, and then we have also done a lot of volume with the outreach. And the good thing is also when you fix your branding, you basically have an asset that will stay with you forever. So at any point of Helios wants more clients or his clients robbed him, he has a Twitter and portfolio that he can just send a couple of DMs and land a new job instantly. It will never go away. It doesn't require any extra work after it's done. He now has that brand forever. To put it simply, if you had the highest conversion in the entire world but you only showed your editing to 5 YouTubers, you probably won't make a ton of money. But if you showed it to all of the YouTubers in the entire earth, you would probably be able to make $100,000 per month, just because of the volume of people that see your editing and that want video editors. Now, most editors know this, but the differences of volume between different editors is what makes an insane difference in income. So there are editors who are making $500 per month. Literally, their entire marketing, their entire funnel is based on them just posting on Twitter and getting 1,000 views per post. So it makes sense why they're making $500 per month. Meanwhile, there are other editors who are making 10K per month, for example, who their entire funnel is not 1,000 views on Twitter. There are some editors, some thumbnail designers, very few of them are actual YouTubers, and from these very few, the people who actually stop and watch the actual animations are even lesser than that. That's not their funnel because that's a dumb funnel. That's not their marketing. Their marketing is of course posting on Twitter, but doing it in a way that gets them more views, and also they do 500 DMs a day automatic, and they send looms. This is the best marketing you can do. Let's look at looms to start with. For looms, you will not be able to send hundreds of looms a day. You will be able to send at most 20 looms a day. Looms are basically when you record a video talking to a YouTuber and be like, hey, YouTuber name, I've been watching you for a while, I love your videos, and I'm recording this video for you because I believe that I can help you make better and faster videos. So, of course, I'm a video editor, and here's my portfolio, and you walk through the portfolio, you walk through why you think you're going to be a good fit, how long you've been in the niche, you walk all of these stuff, and then you say, so just respond to this email or DM if you would like to go on a call with me, and say yeah. And you send them that video. It proves that you're a human, and it has crazy conversion rates. I made an editor called Waffle do this recently, and from his looms, he had basically a 100% response rate. So imagine how many times your DMs get ignored. He had a 100% response rate. All of them responded to the looms because damn, this guy putting effort into this. This is an actual fan. It's not a copy-paste message. And from what he said, he also had a 50% close rate. So he ended up with actually a shit ton of creators. He had to stop very quickly just because of how many YouTubers he landed. And that happens when you have the correct script. So you don't just talk randomly, you walk through exact points. There are tactics that I cannot cover on YouTube because I'm trying to gatekeep them for the editors inside of my program. But you can add social proof guarantees and other stuff instead of the loom to make sure that it converts a lot of creators, and that's what the best editors are doing. Alongside the editors that I work with one-to-one, I run for them 500 DMs automatically a day. And these are not obvious copy-paste AI ChatGPT DMs. They're 3 messages apart. So whenever you get a DM that you think is from a bot, always one message. It's copy-paste message. The messages that we send are 3 parts. Even when you do it manually, you cannot do 3 parts. It will require a lot of clicks. You need to copy paste the first line, copy paste the second line, copy paste the third line. We do that automatically, and we send follow-ups automatically, and we do that with 500 YouTubers a day. So that's the biggest lever you can pull in your video editing journey. But just increasing the amount of people that see your editing, you increase the amount of income that you make. It comes to an absurd level when you literally just alright, I have no clients right now. DM Lava, let's start the automated and looms. I send you the script, the requirements, and the keywords you're gonna search up. You do the looms and automated outreach is running in the background. And literally within 1 week, you have 3 clients. It's literally absurd how easy video editing is because all of these new systems that we have made. Now, I cannot leak these systems on YouTube just because if I do, it's gonna become oversaturated and they're not going to work anymore. But if you want me to set up these exact systems in your own niche and work with you one-to-one, click the link in the description and book a free one-to-one call with me. We're gonna walk through your exact situation, your problems, and how we can help you. At the end of the call, we can move forward and set up all of the systems if you want. And if it doesn't seem like a fit, then no worries, I'm gonna leave you with stuff that are gonna help you more than when you started. So the least that you will get from this call is some free help. And if I think that this makes sense, this is a fit, then you basically qualify for a guarantee that you're gonna make your money back in the first 90 days, or I continue working with you till you do. So that's a guarantee. So if you want these exact systems and you want to play basically video editing on easy mode, click the link in the description and book a call. Otherwise, let me give you what you will have to do if you're trying to do something similar manually. So if you don't have looms or automated messages, what you basically will need to do is you will need to write keywords in your niche. I recommend writing between 5 to 10 keywords. So for example, if you edit finance content, finance can be freelancing, can be drop shipping, can be Amazon FBA, can be cold ads, can be cold outreach, warm outreach, could be conversion, could be website design, could be all of these things are inside of the finance niche. You write all of them them and you search them up, and each one of these keywords are gonna show you different YouTubers. You're gonna basically click as many YouTubers as possible. You're gonna go on their Twitters and you're gonna send a manual DM for each one of them saying, hello, YouTuber name. I was wondering if you're looking for a video editor. Here's my portfolio. And you're gonna have to do that a couple of hours per day. You should aim for like 100 DMs a day to actually get some results. And if you do that, again, like you're gonna get some nice results. You're gonna be able to make $1,000, $2,000 per month. But the thing with volume is that it's actually unlimited. Like it's actually crazy how much more volume you could do with the automated outreach and Loom outreach. So the results won't even compare to if we set up the systems for you. And by the way, if you don't know, Omnipresence basically means that you're everywhere at once. You're sending Looms, you're sending DMs, you're posting on Twitter all at once, which is like so many eyeballs of YouTubers from all niches at every subscriber level, seeing you everywhere. That's the point. And whenever you're sleeping and it automatically sends a DM for someone in your niche past 2 million subscribers, and it does that multiple times while you're asleep or out eating or editing your next video, when that happens, then coupled with everything that we do, we make your profile, we improve your editing, we do everything like that, it basically gets so many clients that it feels unreal. And this opportunity basically won't last forever, because right now most video editors are still like dumb. They're still on Fiverr, they're still doing like the old ways. These new systems are super new and eventually they're gonna become mainstream and they're not gonna work anymore. And then at that point we basically come up with new systems and new ideas that still work. But whenever you're wondering like, wait, isn't video editing oversaturated? It's oversaturated with people who get 5 views per day. It's super undersaturated with people who do the conversion right and actually have omnipresence, that they're everywhere at once. They get so many eyeballs, so many views on their editing, so they convert way more YouTubers. So that's basically what you need to do for outreach wise. You either do Looms and automated outreach, or you do manual outreach 100 times a day. Now let's talk about inbound. Inbound is basically YouTubers going on your profile without you DMing them. For that, we need to do 2 things. First of all, we need to get your profile into the algorithm. Basically, if you get less than 1,000 views right now per post, that basically means that Twitter doesn't even know that you're a video editor. Like Twitter is not made for video editors. Like most people there are just 17-year-olds who post selfies of themselves and just like type unimportant opinions. So whenever you make a new account, Twitter just assumes that you're one of these people, and you have to basically teach it that you're a video editor and to actually share your edits to actual YouTubers. So that's the first thing we need to fix, and we're gonna cover that in a second. And also we need to improve your editing. We have talked about the importance of editing in the previous stage. You already understand this. The thing is, editing is becoming better and better day by day. Like all editors overall are improving, so the standards are always getting higher and higher, and you need to improve even faster than it to actually like make some progress. So if you do that, if you become an exceptional editor, even with the new standards of like the complex animations that everyone does nowadays, if you become an exceptional editor like that, and you also put your profile into the algorithm, you're basically gonna get a lot of views every post that you make, and you're gonna get like multiple inbound. Like I have posts that got in 20, 30, 40,000 views, and whenever you get 40,000 views on an animation, maybe like 1,000 of them are actual YouTubers, maybe 200 of them actually watch till the end, and maybe 10 of them actually DM me. So that's like the funnel. Like you get 10,000, 1,000 are YouTubers, 200 actually watch it, and 10 YouTubers are actually looking for a video editor, so they DM you. So that's 10 YouTubers basically like looking to hire you. So it's not like, yo bro, are you looking for a YouTuber and you're trying to like prove yourself to them? They're the ones who are coming to you, which makes them super easy to close. Like whenever a YouTuber DMs you, he has a way higher chance of closing. Because even if we DM a YouTuber and ask him if he's looking for a video editor and he says yes, he still hasn't said that your editing is good enough for him. But when they DM you, they have said like, your editing is good enough for me, like let's work together. So if you can get this level of views every post, you're basically gonna get 10 YouTubers wanting to work with you every post that you make, which is the level that I was on when I was making $10,000 per month. So how do we do these 2 things? First of all, to put your Twitter onto the algorithm, you basically need YouTubers watching your edits. For the editors that I work one-to-one with, if they're having a problem with this, what I do basically is that I repost their videos. So if I repost their animations, I have a lot of YouTubers following me. They see these animations, some of them like them, some of them DM them, but the idea is it tells Twitter that this random guy is in this circle of people. He's in the circle of editors who are targeting YouTubers, and that way all his future edits are gonna be shown automatically to YouTubers. And also, if you're struggling with this, if you're getting less than 1,000 views per video, then you also need to comment and like other editors' work. Basically, if you keep liking and commenting on like random memes, like first of all, like people see what you're commenting on, by the way. So if a YouTuber follows you, he will see if you commented on meme. So you probably shouldn't do that, but also it tells the algorithm that you're in this circle of people, which I don't know about you, but I don't think you should target these people. They're not gonna hire you. So what you should try to do is target the editor circle and try to tell the algorithm that you're a part of these people by me reposting your work and you commenting on other editors' work. This is just a bonus that you have when you work with me one-to-one. And for editing, you need to improve way faster than all of your competition. You can do this by practicing a lot and making a lot of animations and not focusing on money and just focusing on improving right now. Also, again, if you work with me one-to-one, I review and upgrade all of your edits. So you don't have to worry about that. You can just send me your edit. I will tell you exactly what to improve, and that will always guarantee that you're improving faster than all of your competition. It's like when you're running boxing and whenever you throw a punch, your coach is like correcting your form right away so you can improve it. And the same way, you will make an edit and before you even post it, we would have improved it and shown you every mistake that you have done. That way, you're always improving faster than all of your competition. So to recap, to get a lot of views on your animations, there is outreach and there's your Twitter post. For outreach, you either send 100 DMs manually every day, or you do automated outreach and Loom outreach. For Twitter, you either improve by practicing a lot and get into the algorithm by commenting on other editors' work, or if you book a call below, we're gonna do that by constant editing reviews and me actually reposting your edits. That is the second step, omnipresence. Getting so many people watching your videos that even if you have a bad conversion, you're gonna make a shit ton of money. And if you have a good conversion, you're gonna make insane amounts of money as a video editor. Now let's go into the third step and last one, charging more money per video. And there are 4 parts to this. The first is how much to actually charge, how to figure out your pricing. The second is how to drop clients. The third is how to increase the amount of money you're charging. And the fourth is what's actually stopping most video editors from ever increasing the price. Because I talk with so many video editors on a daily basis, and this is the most common thing that is actually stopping them from charging higher prices. So starting with how much to actually charge. I get this question a lot from video editors. They send me their edits and they say like, how much should I charge for this quality of video? Which is the wrong question, because if we try to guess like numbers from your quality of video, like how much you should charge, that's not how YouTubers accept prices. There are YouTubers who paid me like way too much when I was starting out for editing that was super badly, but I just said a higher number and they accepted it. And there are YouTubers who still reject my prices because they're brokies, even after I improved my animations by a lot. You can see my animations on the screen. I've gotten millions of views, worked with YouTubers with millions of subscribers. They just can't afford my prices. So it's not actually about the video editing itself. I'm trying to base it off your skill level. It's keeping you broke. Alex Hormozi talks about this whenever someone asks him like, how much should I charge? The answer is super simple. He tells him, every 5 clients that you get, increase your prices by 20% and keep doing that until no one accepts it. That's it. It's as simple as that. Doesn't matter how much you're charging right now. Doesn't matter how good your product is. Doesn't matter your marketing. Doesn't matter anything. See how much you charge right now. If you land 5 clients with that pricing, you increase it by 20%. Now for video editing, this is kind of slow. What I'm trying to help you do is go from like complete beginner to 10k per month video editor within 1 year, or even less than that. I did it in 7 months. So if you try to do it the Alex Hormozi way, it's gonna take you forever. So the sweet spot that I found is best for video editors is increase your pricing by $100 each video. So starting out, you have no clients, you never make any money with video editing. Start with like $90 per video. Just $90 because it seems like it's way lower than 100. It's like double digits. If you go 100, it's 3 digits, which seems like a lot more. So if you make it 90, you're gonna get a lot more yeses. You're gonna get your first client quickly, and it's basically the same as 100. So you start with 90. After which, all new YouTubers that come to you, you tell them that you charge $200 per video. And then after that, whenever you get a job for $200 per video, you say, I charge $300 per video. Then $400, $500, $600, $700, $800, $900, $1,000 per video. Congrats, you make it 10k per month. But the idea is, you don't base it off your editing skills, or your marketing, or your branding, or your portfolio. You don't base it off any of that. You base it on your current income. So right now, by the way, when I say like $100 per video, 200, 300, this assumes that they all will take you the same amount of time. If one video will take you 1 day of work and you charge 100 for it, you're actually charging an equivalent of $3,000 per month. So whenever someone comes to you and he tells you, yo, I have this video and it's gonna take you 3 days to make, you basically multiply by 3, because this one takes you 1 day, you charge 100. This one will take you 3 days, you will charge 300 for it. You will increase your prices as well. So maybe you charge 400 or 500 for it. You do the math depending on your current income. You make it an equivalent of that amount of money. But the reasons that we do it like that, first of all, is that most people actually need money. You need money for subscriptions, you need like a Twitter icon, you need a domain. There are a lot of editors that are right now like trying to save up for my one-to-one coaching. So they're saving up money. Maybe you're paying for your parents, maybe you have friends, whatever, you probably need money right now. So the first thing that we want you to do is to have clients. Also, so you don't have to do re-edits. You have like actual social proof, actual videos that you can make editing on. So that's the first thing we need. We need a client. So $90, we get the first client. After which, we we want to increase our prices like one by one, because it doesn't matter if your editing is trash right now, or if you have a client for $90 and you send like 500 DMs automatically a day and send balloons, someone will accept any price that you go with. So even if you say like $900 per video, someone will accept it over a long enough period of time. It might be months, might be years. That's why you don't want to make a huge jump instantly. But at the end, like someone is gonna be dumb enough to accept it. So it actually doesn't matter how good your portfolio, your editing, your conversion is for your pricing. You try to improve all of them so you're able to climb the ladder faster. But to increase your income, you just see how much your income is right now and you one up it, and you keep one up in it each time. And that way also you have no risk, because you only one up it for new clients. You don't one up it for your current client. That way you can keep taking risks and still have like an income to go down to. Or if you try to increase your prices for your only client right now, he might accept it and now you're making more money, or he might reject it and now you're on zero. But if you do it this way, you can always just climb higher and higher and higher. And this is a sweet spot because it's like not too much that it's gonna take you months to get like a new client. It's probably gonna take you like days and weeks if you do everything right to get like a client higher than what is currently paying you. And also it's not slow enough that like it will take you forever to make 10k per month. Like you could have made 10k per month 2 months ago, but now like you're charging super slowly higher and higher, so it's gonna take you forever. This is the sweet spot. Like I talked with so many editors, I know the editing space. The best sweet spot is $100 more per video, and it's just keep increasing it like that. So that answers the first question, how much should I charge? Now, how to drop clients. When you had a client for $100 per video and now you get a client for $200, you don't have enough time for both of them. If you have enough time for both of them, then you don't have to drop this guy. But if you don't have time, or you want to free up that time to be able to do more outreach, more looms, then what you do is that you don't tell him, yo bro, I'm gonna have to stop working with you, and you leave him like that. You're gonna basically, like we did with Helios, you gotta do the same thing. You could do an EB close if you want, or you could just raise your prices on him and he either accepts it and now you're making even more money. And by the way, you raise it by like $200. So right now, let's say you were charging $500, you got a new client for $600. You tell this old client, now I'm gonna have to charge $700. And if he accepts it, then congrats, like you went up by 2 levels right away. You went from 500 to 700. You made like that jump quickly. And now if you don't have time for this client, you gotta tell him, I'm gonna charge $800, and you go from 600 to 800. And you just basically keep doing that until like one of them rejects it. It's like a bid. In an auction, there's no correct price for your editing. You just see who's willing to pay the most for it. So you will do it like that. Or none of that happens and he just rejects the price. He's like, sorry bro, we were doing 500, 700 is now outside of my budget. I literally could not pay you like that. Then he will try to change the terms like we covered in the first step in communication. You tell him, yeah, gotcha bro. So we can stay at 500, but how about we do this style of editing instead? And you try to change the terms to make it take less time for you, or make him able to afford it. If all of that fails, then you drop that client. By the way, like see how much in depth this thing is. Most video editors are just going like by the wind, they're going randomly. But there are steps, there are systems, there are stuff that you need to do to make more money. Again, like negotiating terms, the pricing systems, the outreach systems, there's so much to it. Anyways, if he rejects it, you try to change terms like we covered. If you're working with me one-to-one, I will tell you the exact message to send that will have like the highest conversion rate using sales tactics as a friend over like a long time. And worst case scenario, if he rejects every one of them, which is very rare, you would be surprised. YouTubers don't actually care about the style of editing that much, the amount of money that much. They just want like their videos uploaded. So a very high chance that he will accept it and now he'll make more money. And if he rejects it completely, then no worries, you have a client, you got a new client, and we have done what we wanted to do. We wanted to drop him because he didn't have time. Now we have a chance to make so much money off of him, and if it doesn't work, you just drop him normally. And that's how you drop clients. You try to raise prices on them. If they accept it, you raise prices on the other clients and you keep like one up in it like that until one of them decides to not work with you anymore. And that way you always have a backup. Of any of them, like I'm not gonna work with you anymore, you have another client that is locked in. Or if he rejects it, you try to change the terms, and if he rejects every term change, which is super rare, you basically have dropped him. Congrats. Like right now you're making money out of something that should have been like zero. You should have dropped him and that's like the end of the story. Now you have a chance of making that amount of money out of that client, just like that. So right now we have covered how much to charge, how to drop clients. Now into the third part, how to actually increase your prices, which I'm gonna keep it simple for you. Is volume. To actually increase your prices, like the biggest thing that is gonna affect you is the volume of people that you actually ask the prices for. If every day you see this like new price, the one upped price for like 10 YouTubers, then even if you had a 1% close rate, and for like editors it's more like 20% close rate, 10% close rate at like least. But let's say in a hypothetical extreme, you had a 1% close rate, you're still gonna increase your income every 10 days. Just because you talk with so many YouTubers. That's why like video editing is the best way to make money for a beginner in 2025. It's super simple, it's super easy. And yes, you will not be able to make $1 million for it, but it's super easy to make $10,000 per month for it. Just because you're able to get this amount of volume and you're gonna be able to one-up your prices super easy, super quickly, especially if you have the automated outreach and Loom outreach, and I have remade your portfolio and write the messages for you. Then you have insane volume with insane conversion. You make money so fast. Like one of the editors I worked with, like 1 week in, he told me that like the automated outreach with the conversion is doing prime LeBron numbers, which like I couldn't ask for a better compliment. Comparing the automated outreach to LeBron, yeah, I need to say more. And that's how basically you increase your prices. You get just so much volume. You tell the prices to so many YouTubers and you keep increasing them, just like we have covered, and how much to charge. You keep increasing it like that, and that way you will have so many YouTubers like accepting your prices that you will like again like enter the stage where like you're in a bidding war. You keep raising the prices for like multiple clients and they all keep accepting it, and you go like super quickly from $1,000 to $5,000 per month. That's the goal of the one-to-one coaching. In the 90 days, we want to get you in a stage like that where you have like a bidding war because of how many creators you're converting, and you make an instant, super quick jump of income. So now we have covered how much to charge, how to drop clients, and how to increase your prices. Now into the last thing that we will cover inside of the third step, which is charging. What's stopping most video editors from raising their prices? This has happened so many times, it's actually funny. Like I wish I was recorded each time so I can make like a compilation whenever I talk with a new editor. So whenever they ask me like, yo bro, I cannot raise my prices, I have been stuck at $500 per video. Literally like I interrupt them, I don't let them continue talking, because like usually what they start doing is like starting excuses like, oh I'm stuck at $500 per video, like I don't know how to raise, but I feel like my editing is good enough, and I have been doing like 20 outreaches a day and they're doing like way too little outreaches, and they start talking a lot. I interrupt them right there. How many times have you said that you charge a number higher than $500? Most of the time, it's actually so crazy, they haven't said it even once. Actually mind-blowing that most video editors are stuck because they never even say the new prices. They never increase their prices, which is why, and how much to charge, I tell you, like you one up the price. You don't have any other option. You don't charge the same, even for any client, no matter how good they are. You don't charge the same. You just keep one upping your prices. And then they start telling me again, like I have said it to like 2 YouTubers, and they rejected a number lower than it. They rejected $500. How will they accept 600? And first of all, again, like volume. They're not doing any outreach. They are hoping that their like Twitter posts that they post every now and then get them inbound, and they don't do anything with this video. And then they think like 2 YouTubers is a lot of YouTubers. They're supposed to talk to like 10 for every price raise. For every time that you raise your prices, I expect you to talk to 10 qualified YouTubers before you say that this price like has a problem. And beside that, like what I'm trying to also convey in this step is that if YouTubers reject your prices, I'm assuming that you're already making money, like you have some improvement. Don't automatically assume that the problem is you. If we don't everything in this video, most of the time the YouTubers are just too broke, which is normal. Like YouTubers still reject my prices, and it doesn't matter, because the good thing about freelancing and video editing in specific, if you try to sell like a book for example, or make a drop shipping business, or run ads, do anything, you're gonna need so much volume. You're gonna need like, oh, we gotta close 1,000 people, we gotta close 10,000 people. For video editing, you only need 1 to 3 clients to make $10,000 per month. They all pay you a lot of money, but you only need 1 to 3. So think about that. Like everything that we do here is just to make it super unreasonable that you don't land the 1 to 3 clients. Like even if you're unlucky. But most video editors feel lost. You get like conflicting advice from like people who have no idea what they're talking about. They just made money because they have been editing for like 10 years, and they don't actually have systems that are proven. And they tell them like advice that doesn't make any sense and doesn't actually help them, just wishy-washy, like, oh, your perception of yourself, mindset, whatever. Your mindset can be shit. You could be an alcoholic. If you market yourself correctly, and you put your branding correctly, and you communicate correctly, and you raise your prices correctly, if you do everything correctly, you're still gonna make money even if you're a horrible person and your mindset is fucked. Which is the whole goal of this channel and my programs, is to make more money by actually doing what works. And most video editors get stuck in these like useless advice. They start meditating, journaling, doing all of that stupid shit, and they don't make money. That's the first mistake that they do. Most editors, I would say like 95% of them, don't even increase their prices because they're focusing on useless shit. They never actually say the higher prices. So now we have covered how much to charge, how to drop clients, how to increase your prices, and what's stopping most video editors from making more money. And that concludes the third step, charging higher prices. Now you know how to get eyes on your editing. You know how to convert these eyes into the MNU and closing them, and then you know how to charge them higher prices and make more money long term. And listen, what made me make super fast progress is that I always cared about my time. Like anyone could make $10,000 per month video editing. It was just taking 20 years. You need to go into film school. You need to start like making movies. They need to wait like a lot of time. They need to try hard for years, and then hopefully they make $10,000 per month. And they work like on some big movie when they're like 45 years old. What has helped me the most is actually caring so much about how fast I progress. And if you want to take months and weeks to achieve your goal, instead of taking years, then click the link in the description to learn more. We will set up every proven system for you, and this guarantees that you're gonna make all of your money back in 90 days, or I continue working with you till you do. It's gonna end by the end of this month, so the end of August, this offer is gonna be gone. And so far, in the past like 7 days, everyone who joined already made their money back. It's actually absurd. Like this is a minimum, it's not a maximum. The maximum is that hopefully you're gonna make 5 to 10K per month by the end of the 90 days. What's the minimum is that you're gonna make your money back instantly. So click the link in the description to learn more if you want to progress faster than all of your competition, so you're able to later on make 100K per month, 1 million per month, and start your entrepreneurship journey. So click the link in the description right now, and good luck.